seen a few of those thunderstorms. The best one was when we were up at the towers back in 2023.
Yeah.
That was wild because like the whole sky was just dark blue, and a lightning bolt would strike like 20 feet away from us. But because of the towers, like I wasn't worried. I'm like, we're definitely not the easiest, conduit, for the lightning bolt to strike. But holy cow, like it was like right there. It was like seeing a lightning bolt as close as like one of these telephone poles you're passing by. It was crazy. And we also saw an epic storm in Georgia when we were coming. So like right on the Florida-Georgia line.
Yeah.
Coming from Jacksonville with the kids.
Yeah.
Almost everybody was somewhat tired and either groggy or napping or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like I had no problem driving at that point. I actually had got decent sleep. And holy cow, dude! Like the whole clouds. It looked like cauliflower shapes of freaking lightning bolts.
Oh.
Just because like the way the clouds lit up,
Yeah.
Of course, now that I'm rolling, there's nothing. That's how that goes. So you're gonna go. Remember when we came out in Pittsfield?
Yeah.
So it's before the Northwood Brewery.
Okay.
I'll stay up until then. Holy cow! There we go. That's a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, so before the Northwood Brewery is where 107 peels off. I don't think there's a lot of signs, though. Just kind of sneak up on you. That's actually a pretty decent shortcut. If you go all the way to the 107, the other thing there, where it like comes out by the carriage houses and the gas stations, that's like another good like mile and a half, but you're driving the wrong direction for a mile and a half.
Yeah.
Come on, let's see another strike. There's no like a 71, 72 chimney over here.
Oh yeah?
Coming up. Hold on. Just on the side of the road for sale. Thing's awesome. Gonna be coming up on your right. This thing like needs headlights. It needs a lot of things. Like it looks like some of these projects that they gave up on. It's still awesome. I would just button it up and drive the thing. Throw some steel beam headlights in and call it a day. Maybe they put it away for the night because it was going to be downpouring. I think it was back there where those two signs were.
Yeah.
They kind of like moving around. Like whoever owns that whole stretch of property over there trying to sell those warehouses, they have it for sale, but they like it moves from one place. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah.
This thing's awesome. And like being like the pre-square body, like that 67 to 72 body style.
Yeah.
Weren't those all convertibles if it was a Blazer K5?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they make stuff like that anymore. Everybody's so lame. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad that there wouldn't be a market for that if they made it.
Yeah.
I guess the Bronco and the Jeep is kind of the same thing, but I don't know. The Bronco is just a hard up Ford version of it. Oh, yeah, it's insane, right? What the heck? It's like, oh, I got the 4-cylinder turbo, so mine was only $73,000. Like, what?
Oh.
That's insane. Get your head examined. Seen the guy over here that's got all the square body trucks?
Say what?
You ever seen the guy over here that's got all the square body trucks?
No.
There's like 7 of them in the woods. A couple of them are for sale, like by the road, but they're literally like hidden in the trees.
Oh yeah.
It's totally like hills have eyes.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like what? I hate to tell you this, like even the people that are into these, some of them, there's like a percentage of people that are like, I'm not going there. Like that's how you lose your liver.
Yeah.
Oh god, they took my kidney. Hey, there we go. Finally, a second strike. And it seems like we had like 3 or 4 of them within like a minute at first, and now it's like as soon as you start filming.
Yeah.
There's an apartment over here for rent. One of
Yeah.
these houses over here. It doesn't really matter. Nothing exciting. I called about it just because there was a Remax sign. I didn't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you know, calling about the Northwood apartment. And she said it's some handicap accessible AHDA or something. You heard about this crap?
What? ADA? ADA compliant, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
American Disabilities Act.
American Disabilities, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, but dude, it was a 1-bedroom,
Yeah.
and the place was like 700 square feet, and they want $2,100. I'm like, what? Seriously?
I mean, dude, again, though, if it's like ADA compliant and up to all these standards, like that could be a situation where like fucking like government's kicking in for
right
it.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that Remax sign. I mean, I guess just like, holy cow, you know? Like, how did we get here? Like,
Right?
you know, we got studio apartments going for $2,000 in Dover and stuff.
It's insane.
Like, what? Like, that used to be a mortgage on a giant house.
Yeah.
And
One of my mortgages.
not when our kids or our parents were our age, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Even like people down south just like can't wrap their minds around how expensive everything is up here. But it's like, well, yeah, but you know, at the same time, like, I'm not making excuses for it. It is insane, but also there's a reason why, like, we don't have tornadoes. You know what I mean? Like, we don't
Right.
have. There are some things about the Northeast that are an upside versus, you know.
Yeah, I'll stick with my fucking.
I'll shovel some snow,
Yeah.
but my house is never gonna wash away in 17 feet of Mississippi.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right, there ain't gonna be no fucking mudslides or wildfires or tornadoes or hurricanes or any of the other shit that, you know, like.
yeah. Tornadoes are wild just because there's like, at least like with flooding, you can like, oh well, I'll just buy a house on a hill. Like, I'll buy like this place. Even the biblical flood, like, it will go around this mountain.
Right.
It's not going to submerge it, you know.
Right.
But tornadoes is kind of like, if you're living in that part of the country, that's just, yeah, it's just like a low-key, you know, Russian roulette when a tornado comes by. Maybe it does kill your family and take away your house. Maybe it murders your neighbors and
Right. Like,
spits
dude, I
their
could
house
never
across
live
the
in
other.
fucking Florida or like, you know.
It's so flat. It's weird. I just can't. I can't do it. It's so bizarre. It's nice to go visit. That's about it.
Right, it's a prime vacation spot, but the thing, dude, like Florida's a fucked up, sketchy place. Regardless of the weather. It's
Some
a lot
of the
fucking
weird
people.
stuff that some of it is like, again, it's funny, like where the girls live, you know, where Julie and Andy have that house. Yeah, that's a nice neighborhood. It's like practically gated community. I mean, not literally, but you know, it's
You're right.
It's got that
Upscale,
vibe.
yeah.
But like, you know, you go down to the end of the neighborhood, you know, mile and a half or mile and 3/4 or whatever, and you take a left, and you venture down to Orange Park a little bit.
Yeah.
And like 12 minutes later, you're like watching drug dealers like doing that thing on the
Like
street
Florida,
corner.
I mean,
and stuff.
Florida's
Like,
always been like a dumping ground for people like that. Because, dude, literally, it's like you could be totally destitute, have nothing, and like you like sleep under a bridge, you don't freeze to death. You know?
Yeah, no, I get that. It's weird though, because it's like, what's strange about it is like the cops are so strict, dude. Like, you get pulled over for anything and everything, and there's a lot less civil liberties down there. Like, they will search your vehicle over nothing. They will pull you over.
But if everyone down there's just some like tweaker, fucking like pillhead, though, you know?
I guess,
what I mean?
yeah. That's another thing I don't like, is that whole vibe, you know? Like,
Like New England's pretty kosher still, you know? Like,
dude, it's like you get pulled over by a local cop, and then as soon as you leave, like a quarter mile later, you're getting pulled over by like the local sheriff, and then you leave, then he yells at you about, lack of inspection sticker or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, whatever,
Yeah.
And then, you go another, half a mile, and now you get pulled over by a statey. It's like, holy cow, like. Saw some weird accidents down there too, like some real, like, holy cow. That, like, somebody might be dead